Boxing fans, boxing critics, boxing analysts, bare knuckle fighting fans, critics and analysts. Renee Boxyoung. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Shouts from the South. We're going to talk about this, all right? Sam Shewmaker versus Josh Burns. It's going to be great. You know, I like it. I love it. It's great to see Sam back in the squared circle, you know, and I want to break this down. This is in BKFC, as you can see here, right? 11, March 14th. This is in the Twitter, official Twitter, Bare Knuckle FC Twitter account. I'll leave the link in the description of this post of what you see right now. And who you got? Who you got? All right, and I'm going to break this down. I want to, break down analyze these fighters and their styles and what they're going to bring to the table, you know, and what they're most likely going to bring to the table. I'm saying most likely because, you know, fights, you know, styles make fights, and the way a fighter fought before doesn't mean they're going to exactly fight like that, you know, in their up-and-coming fights, you know what I'm saying? Because styles make fights. They have to make adjustments. They train geared towards, you know what I mean, to beat the other fighter. They study the other fighter, you know what I mean, and they prepare for that fight in particular. So each fight is different, I guess you can say, but they have, you know, general styles and craft, you know, skills in their craft. So I want to break that down. Mundell versus Lombard, I broke that down. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, BKFC 10, okay, I broke down their styles between Mundell and Lombard. Obviously, Lombard won, you know what I mean? And it was a great fight. It was a great fight. I personally thought Mundell was going to win, but he didn't. Hey, big ups to the winner, man. Lombard, I mean, he did great. So, I mean, you know, nice boxing style they brought into that fight in BKFC 10. But I want to break this down right here, okay? So let's check it out. So let's start with Josh Burns, okay? Josh Burns, as you could just see in the photo, he's a big guy. He's a stocky guy, man. So he's a strong guy. So let's check that. Let's check out what he's bringing to the fight game. You know what I mean? To the boxing. You know, as far as boxing is concerned, to the boxing skills and sport. You know what I mean? And BKFC. So what Josh Burns has, he's fast in his flurries. Okay, if you go back to watch him, you know, in BKB, if I'm not mistaken, bare knuckle boxing. Okay, you can find that in YouTube. Also, you can find some of his full fights there. He has quick flurries, and I think that's in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I guess you can say in layman's terms. Okay, I haven't really followed it, but you know, I've seen it from time to time. BKB, I think it's like the European version of BKFC. Okay, BKFC is the American version, all right? So you know, BKB, Josh Burns has fought there, you know, and under that umbrella. And in those fights, you can see a couple of his fights, you know, recent fights, you can see that he has quick flurries. What Josh Burns does is he bum rushes, he goes fast, you know, it kind of reminds me of I just brought, you know, just came to mind right now, I forgot his name. I'll get his name in him. Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, sorry. Brock Lesnar in UFC, right? You know, he runs fast. Woo! He goes towards you. I mean, Josh Burns doesn't go that fast, obviously, you know. But that's kind of what, you know, resonates with Josh Burns. He goes towards you, and when he goes towards you, when he rushes towards you, he has quick flurries. The problem with that is that they're not really too precise. You know, kind of brawling style, you know what I mean? But that's what he has. And it can be dangerous, though. Even though it might not be precise at times, you know, he'll go to the body, he'll bum rush you, go to the body and go upstairs. Maybe it's not too precise and they're just, blows that are thrown. They can do some damage. So that's a danger. That's a danger, and that's an arsenal. You know, that's a tool that Josh Burns has. And yeah, so the thing here is that with Josh Burns, the disadvantage with that style, you know what I mean, that he has gotten clipped quite a bit. You know, he gets caught, he gets caught in the face, in the forehead, you know, on the cheek, in the, you know what I mean, in the eye, around the eye area. He's gotten cut hard too. You know, so when he does those quick flurries, rushing at a fighter, you know what I mean, throwing combinations, you know, quick combinations too, might I add. He's pretty quick in doing that. He gets clipped. That's an opportunity for Josh Burns' opponents to clip him, okay? So to catch him, you know? And the thing with Josh Burns also, he doesn't have much footwork. So he mostly, it seems like he inclines towards rushing you and giving quick flurries. Now, the thing with Josh Burns is that when he gets caught, you know, at the beginning of the fight, you know, of any round, more like in the first round, second round, when he starts getting caught, right, he gets punched, it seems like that's when he counters. So it seems like he counters with those rushes, with those flurries I'm talking about. When he gets cut, like he gets hit, when he gets clipped or punched in the face a couple times, then he just rushes in. Boom! It's like he gets kind of emotional, right? He gets excited. That adrenaline starts pumping, and that can, like, again, that can be dangerous. That can be dangerous for Sam Shewmaker. So Sam Shewmaker has to watch out for that, you know. So again, he tends to get clipped when he does those flurries, you know, against his opponents who have boxed him. You know what I mean? I say boxed because Josh Burns has fought opponents in BKB. Let me say something important. Josh Burns has knocked down. You know, I remember in a fight I saw recently with Josh Burns against, I forgot the name of his opponent, but it was in BKB. He took him down, so he has potential knockout power. He has knockout power. He's strong. He's a strong guy. So that's another, you know, tool that he has in his arsenal, his strength. He can punch hard. So Sam Shewmaker has to watch out for that, okay? And the thing here is that, important thing here that we have to highlight is that Josh Burns, his skin, he gets cut quick. You know, that's another thing. I mean, you can't see it right now, like the photos. I'm not sure if they use makeup for these images, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure, but he gets cut quick. I don't know if he has any scars or anything, but that's the thing about Josh Burns. I remember, you know, he fought in BKB, one of his fights. He got cut over the eyebrow. I think it was his left eyebrow. I'm not sure which eyebrow it was, over the, you know, eyebrow. And they called the fight off. I mean, that cut was hard, you know, through a punch, hard punch in his face, you know. So he gets cut often. He gets cut easily. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not a medic or anything like that, or a physician, what have you, but, you know, I think that some people's skin is tougher than others, you know what I'm saying? I think that from what I know, what I have seen in the sport of boxing, you know, and the years of me following it, some people tend to get cut up quickly. Like, for example, for Miguel Cotto in pro boxing, right? He's retired now, but it seems like he gets cut easily, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who have their skin, it just opens up fast. So Josh Burns, it seems like he has that disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? It's a disadvantage because I'm reminded of George Groves against Eubank Jr. They fought in the World Super Series, okay, if I'm not mistaken, some time ago. And I remember when George Groves, I think it was a headbutt. I really don't remember. But, you know, Chris Eubanks Jr., Chris Eubank Jr. got cut over the eyebrow. It was a big gash. Kind of like when Tyson Fury fought Otto Wallin. Okay, Tyson Fury in pro boxing heavyweight division. He got hit hard with the left hook. If I'm not mistaken, it was a left power punch right on Tyson Fury's, you know, over the right eye, if I'm not mistaken. Boom! And that thing opened up so big. Ouch. Wow, it gets dirty. So the reason why I say it's a disadvantage because, you know, that blood, you know, pouring over your eye, you have one, you're gonna fight with one eye, with your other eye that you can see through, you know what I'm saying? Because all the blood is gushing through, and it's a big irritation, it's a big disadvantage. So that's a potential disadvantage for Josh Burns, his skin, man, it just gets opened up quick, you know. So now another thing with Josh Burns is that I'm sure he's trained, you know, to counter this issue that he has had in other fights, in bare knuckle fighting, is that he gets boxed out, okay? When he fights an opponent who is a good boxer, who has great boxing skills, you know, ringmanship, etc., jabs, a person who can jab, a fighter who can jab, it really affects Josh Burns in a negative way. You know, boxers with their footwork, you know, speed, jabs, combos, in and out. Josh Burns has problems with him, and he potentially, you know, it seems like he tends to lose against those types of fighters if he doesn't knock them out. So that's what I see in Josh Burns, okay? Now, if you go to Sam Shewmaker, okay, I mean, he's a really intelligent fighter. Sam Shewmaker is one of my favorites in BKFC, okay, because he brings skills, he brings technicality, he's very smart and patient in that squared circle. So Sam Shewmaker, man, that's one strong, you know, advantage that Sam Shewmaker has as a fighter, as a bare knuckle fighting, athlete. He has great ringmanship. He knows that squared circle very well, and he uses it to his advantage. Why? Because when he gets attacked, okay, when his opponent goes towards Sam Shewmaker, you go to his fights and check it out and analyze him. Well, now he knows how to get out of harm's way. That's what I'm trying to get at. He knows how to use his feet to get out of harm's way when an opponent comes forward. You know, that's an advantage that Shewmaker has. He also has an advantage of leaning back and using his head work, okay? His head movement, you know, backwards when an opponent comes, along with his feet, okay, to get out of harm's way. And he knows how to get out of harm's way, for, you know, going back, you know, pedaling a little bit and going towards the sides. You know what I mean? He's just really smart. He's really smart, and that's where ringmanship comes in. You know what I mean? He knows the size of that the size of the squared circle, and he knows how to use it to his advantage. Okay, so he's smart. He's intelligent. Footwork is great. He knows how to get out of harm's way. Now, if you go back to, actually I got it right here. If you go back, this is in bareknuckle.tv, link in the description. Check it out. You can see the fighters and all that here. So he fought Chase Sherman. I think it was in BKFC 6. Great fight. Chase Sherman's a great boxer too. Okay, very skilled as well. Boxer versus boxer. You know what I mean? And in that fight, okay, this is where I want to correlate Josh Burns, where I want to connect, okay, where Sam Shewmaker has to watch out for them flurries. Let me go back to that a little bit, because even though Sam Shewmaker has that, you know, get out of the way, get out of harm's way skill, you know, Chase Sherman, when you go to that fight, when they fought each other, Chase Sherman did land some brief flurries against Shewmaker. So that's a problem there. That's what I'm saying. That can be a potential problem. Josh Burns has that. You see, when he brings those flurries, Sam Shewmaker has to get out of the way. He has to use his defensive skills. And, you know, I kind of said that, but not blatantly, I guess we could say, right? Not straight out. Sam Shewmaker has great defensive skills, you know, and I just explained it a moment ago. But he has to use that to his advantage, because Josh Burns, like I said, he can bring those flurries like Chase Sherman did. And Chase Sherman did land some nice furies against Sam Shewmaker from time to time when they fought each other. So that's a potential, you know, that's what Sam Shewmaker has to use his defensive skills, you know, to his advantage, definitely against Josh Burns. Okay. Another thing is that, you know, he's patient. Like I said a moment ago, Sam Shewmaker is very patient. He's smart. He knows how to use his timing. Another thing here, I got to mention, Sam Shewmaker is great with the jab. Sam Shewmaker has all the tools to beat Josh Burns nicely, okay? He has the tools. Now, I'm inclining, okay, because that jab is great. He uses his jab, and it lands very well against opponents. He uses his jab, you know, and while he lands that jab, okay, he knows how to, you know, measure distance with that jab while he's landing, and bam, hit you with the right hook, you know, or hit you with a you know, down the pipe shot, you know. So that's another thing that Sam Shewmaker has, and the jab is key. All you guys who know boxing, you know, as far as the craft and skill, the jab is key. It's very, very important. It's very fundamental. So, I mean, Sam Shewmaker overall, he's a great boxer, okay? Josh Burns is more like a fighter, you know, brawler, you know, go inside and he's just ready to go, which is dangerous. So Sam Shewmaker has to watch out for that. So, you know, I don't want to make this video too long, but now, let me mention here. Sam Shewmaker lost against, if I'm not mistaken, he fought against Arnold Adams. I just don't remember which bare knuckle fight, BKFC number it was. He did fight against Arnold Adams. They went all rounds. They fought all rounds, if I'm not mistaken, and he lost. Sam Shewmaker lost. Arnold Adams. Now, the thing here, the reason why I mention that is because Sam Shewmaker has problems against boxers, like those who are very highly skilled and intelligent boxers, okay, who box smart, you know, who box intelligently. He had an issue with Chase Sherman a little bit, but I mean, Sam Shewmaker won pretty well. I mean, he boxed amazingly against Chase. Chase is a great boxer too, so he has more of a competition against boxers. Okay, and Adam. Okay, let me go back here. Arnold Adams. Wow, I mean, amazing head work. I mean, just an amazing defensive fighter, man. Boxer. Wow. And Shewmaker lost. Okay? So the thing here is that I don't think Josh Burns has that type of boxing skills or in technicality in the squared circle. Now, bare knuckle BKB, it's a ring. It's a squared ring. Now, when you go to the squared circle, that's another element that Josh Burns has to, I'm sure he trained in and practiced in. From what I understand, I'm not really sure. Maybe you guys know, comment below. Josh Burns, okay, I think this is his debut in bare knuckle fighting, BKFC with the squared circle. So that's another thing that we got to consider, that he has to consider. You know, Josh Burns has to consider fighting and getting familiarized with that type of ring. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a great fight, man. I'm excited. Like I said, man, I don't think I said it in this one, actually. Sorry. I broke down BKFC 10 between Mundell and Lombard, okay? I was inclining more towards Mundell because he's more of the boxer style, skilled, okay? And Lombard, okay? I didn't see him boxing as well as Mundell before the fight, okay? But Lombard won, boxing out Mundell. So I mean, Lombard beat Mundell by boxing. I mean, so it's going to be hard to predict, you know, because okay, let's go back to Deontay Wilder. Those who watch pro boxing, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury rematch. Man, I had personally Wilder knocking out Tyson Fury because of the first fight, you know, but it was totally the other way around. I mean, Tyson Fury boxed out Deontay Wilder, you know, amazingly. So it's hard to call it, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the beauty of boxing. That's the beauty of combat sports. It's unpredictable, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we can say this, we can say that, and we can choose a fighter, but we really don't know who's going to win, you know what I mean? 100%. Most of the time, at least, or a lot of the time, or I don't know, right? So I'm inclining towards Sam Shewmaker to win, okay? But Josh Burns can knock out Sam Shewmaker. It's similar to what I said before with Mundell as far as my analysis was concerned, okay? Not the outcome. Between Mundell and Lombard. I thought Lombard would knock out Mundell, and that's the only way he would have beat Mundell. But it was the other way. It was completely different. It was Lombard boxed out Mundell. He boxed out the boxer, you know. So hey, man, we'll see. But I highly doubt Josh Burns will box out Sam Shewmaker. Go back to Sam Shewmaker's fights in BKFC. You know what I mean? I mean, he's really skilled, like I said. So I incline more towards Sam Shewmaker beating Josh Burns by unanimous decision. Okay, but we'll see, man. Hey. Combat sports brings amazing surprises. So let's just enjoy the fight. And hey, all my hats off to both of these fighters, to Sam Shewmaker and Josh Burns. So we'll see. Hey, comment below. Let me know, what are your opinions? What's your prediction? What's your analysis? What's your breakdown between these two fighters? I personally think Sam Shewmaker's gonna win, but we'll see, right? We'll see, man. Hats off to both fighters. Hope you tune in to BKFC 11. It's gonna be a great card. So we'll see what happens, man. Rene Boxyoung, share this to your friends. Share this who maybe don't know much about a bare knuckle fighting championship, okay? And so that your friends can listen to this breakdown, you know, and get an understanding of these two fighters. You know what I'm saying? And get an understanding of the sport in general. So hey, thank you so much, guys. Salute from the South. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for your support. Peace out, family. Much love. One love.